In a small lane, just off the quay side of Blythe Harbour in Northumberland, a man began an enterprise which 90 years later is still with us and still going strong. It was the 1920s and the height of the Great Depression. Matt Ferguson, a miner, had no appetite for the general strike of 1926, so he sold the family home to buy a bean truck, a type of small commercial vehicle. His idea was to use the truck to deliver parcels between Newcastle and Blythe, and also to provide provision for local removals. A bold move at any time, but at that time in particular, a move that could only be described as very brave indeed. Matt's bravery was rewarded. As he worked along with his brother Will and Jimmy Gaff, the business prospered. From its humble beginnings in Bath Lane, it began to grow, providing work and futures for the people of Blythe. Matt's son, Eddie Ferguson, who worked as an engineer during World War II, joined his father in 1946 following the end of hostilities. Lighter times were ahead. To enable a family holiday to the Lake District, Eddie fitted out a removal truck as a camper van. His keen grip on finances would pay dividends in years to come. Fortune does indeed favour the brave. In 1955, construction began on Blythe Power Station at Camas. This coal-fired power station offered Fergusons a new and exciting opportunity, which they seized with both hands. Plant and construction materials needed during the massive building project had to be kept somewhere. The family business now moved into warehousing. Though Fergusons continued to go from strength to strength, Blythe Power Station is long gone, decommissioned in 2001 and demolished shortly after. Confidence surged through the company. Expansion was inevitable, and through acquisition Eddie added a new depot in Felling and another much further afield in Manchester. The fleet of Ferguson's vehicles grew to 100. Things were definitely moving in the right direction. 1970 saw the arrival of the third generation of Fergusons to the family business. Alan, grandson of founder Matt, after working during his summer holidays from the age of 12, officially joined aged just 16. He started his career in the workshops, then as a driver, and rose through the ranks to become managing director. More growth followed both organically and through further acquisitions, as many well-known names on the roads of Britain were welcomed into the Fergusons family. Soon, Fergusons had outgrown their Bath Lane home and moved to Kitty Brewster Industrial Estate in 1976. Alan's brother Stuart then joined the family firm after leaving university. Larger premises saw the warehousing part of the business begin to expand even further, and everything was going very well until the fateful day, 6th of December 1989, when tragedy struck. Father and son, Eddie and Stuart, were killed in a helicopter crash in Cumbria. Alan and his mother were left with their grief and a company to run. Employees rallied round. Customers were equally supportive. Commercially, 1990 proved to be Ferguson's best year to date. In 1994, Alan married Eileen, a chartered accountant, whose family owned Redpath of Wooler. The same year, the companies were merged, a marriage in more ways than one. Under Alan's leadership, business interests continued to expand in transport, warehousing, logistics, removals, self-storage and property. Fergusons is now the largest privately owned haulier in the north of England.
After losing Dad and Stuart in 1989, we had a fantastic amount of support from staff, from customers and from suppliers. We also took the decision to bring in my sister Helen and her husband Stephen onto the board of the company, and that reflects the family atmosphere. In the traffic office in Sunderland, it's obvious with father and two sons, but it's the same in the workshop, it's the same in the warehouse, it's the same out on the trucks. We have many examples of families that want to bring other members of the same family into the company, and I think that speaks for itself. Throughout most of our history, we've been known as Fergusons of Blythe. The company name is Fergusons Blythe Limited, so the two are linked. So we started in Bath Lane. We were there till 1976. We moved to Kitty Brewster. We'd bought the site at Cramlington as early as 1982. We bought it because of its fantastic location where the A19 joins the A1 within the boundary of Northumberland and what was then known as Blythe Valley.
Today, Fergusons operate nationwide, from purpose-built headquarters in Cramlington. Continuing the tradition of canny financial practices, Fergusons buy the freehold of any land that they operate from, to be more in control of their own destiny. The Cramlington site also features a 120,000 square feet state-of-the-art self-storage facility for their brand Fergie Space and commercial and domestic removals business.
Fergie Space offers clean, dry, secure storage, 24/7 access. We show people around before they commit to anything. They can see that Fergie Space has got the 24-hour security on. We've managed to fill Fergie Space, 33,000 square foot, and we're looking to add another 22,000 square foot. The customers love it. Obviously, we try and give the best customer service we can, cover the whole of the southeast Northumberland and North Newcastle area. There's other facilities in that area and they're still coming to us, so it speaks volumes.
The logistics division is based at Ferguson's Northern Operating Centre in Washington, Tyne and Wear, just a stone's throw away from major clients Nissan. Highly qualified professionals collect and consolidate goods for a wide range of customers and suppliers to create a cost-effective, agile service.
We'll work with our clients to try and achieve the performance that is required and that we've become well known for. We use technology for transport management. Our vehicles are tracked to try and optimise driver performance and vehicle performance. We have Euro 5 and Euro 6 engines which have improved efficiency and reduced emissions.
Every alloy wheel, every tyre that's fitted on all the cars at Nissan all come through Fergusons. They're all stored here, either decanted or inspected and moved on to Nissan. We've invested quite heavily in a warehouse management system. What we do here now is quite a sophisticated operation.
In the past it has embraced technology and I'm sure it will embrace technology for many years to come.
Plymouth is home to Ferguson's southern operation. Its location originally chosen to handle freight from across the Channel. However, today, it's the hub of Ferguson's UK activities in the south.
Fergusons in Plymouth are predominantly a general haulage depot. We have 35 vehicles operating out of here, 2 of which are rigid vehicles, and we run 70 trailers. We do an awful lot of servicing of our own vehicles. We do MOT preparation, brake tester, headlight alignment. We've got 2 sets of ramps here now. It's a lot of servicing and MOTs and other companies' vehicles as well.
Fergusons are committed to reducing their impact on the environment and are steadily reducing their energy consumption.
Ferguson take the environment and the issues of global warming very seriously, have done for a lot of years, and we're very aware that trucks have a very poor reputation for emissions, so we try and counteract that by buying newer trucks, cleaner trucks, and also getting involved with environmental and environmentally friendly power production. We do have PV panels, photovoltaic panels, on 3 of our sites now, so that's generating electricity for us. On this site particularly, we also saw the opportunity of those panels being in the name Fergie, visible to aircraft flying into Newcastle Airport. At one of our sites we also have what's called a biomass plant, which is carbon neutral. We're looking at ground source heat pumps on this site. I think we're well known in this area, the North East and in the UK, and if we can prove and show that we're being environmentally aware, it might make other people think.
It has been a very long and eventful journey so far, and I'm very excited about the future. And whilst we're going to see all these changes, the new technology, the new advances, one thing will never change, and that is that Fergusons is a family firm. We want to retain those solid family values, the sense of belonging that everyone that works with us here at Fergusons and all they do to make Fergusons a success.
Well, that's what the boss thinks about Fergusons. But what about the workers?
Good cigarette later.
Fergusons is really good to work for. It's flexible, family run. You know who everyone is as well, so you're not just speaking to someone on the end of the phone.
I've only been here like a year and a half, but it's just an apprenticeship. But like from the first week, I just felt as if everyone just gets along so well.
It is good for people to see things like these, you know.
Do they still go to shows and that like that?
Oh yes, I mean, a lot of attraction. Well, I walked in the depot at Bath Lane in 1969 and I asked where the gaffer was because I was looking for a job. I was already a lorry driver and they said to me, it's that same line underneath that wagon there with the great overalls on, and he was standing covered in oil, grease and everything, and that was Mr. Ferguson.
But look at the progression now. Look what's in the fleet now compared to back then.
I didn't retire until 2010, you know. 1985, I was involved in a massive pile-up on the M62. They looked after my wife and my kids. I was in Pinderfield Hospital at Wakefield. They supplied a car and a driver every day to bring my wife down to see us because she doesn't drive.
I spend a lot of time with Alan. I've been to Alan's house and his wife Eileen has kind of cooked Christmas dinner for us and things like that. Where in other companies I've worked for, you never see nothing like that.
Fellas like this, of course, are giants. Alec in the company, and they used to say if you cut them, you'll get blue blood. That's the Ferguson colour, not red blood. And I think it's true.
Everybody's part of the family. We're part of the Ferguson family.
In celebration of Ferguson's 90th year, they're delighted and extremely proud to be the principal sponsor of the 2016 Tall Ships Regatta at Blythe, one of the biggest events ever held in Northumberland. The regatta culminates in the Tall Ships race to Gothenburg. Fergusons have sponsored 14 employees to take part in this truly historic and memorable experience as sail trainees.
Very proud to be involved with all that the tall ships are doing in our 90th year. It's very encouraging to see youngsters that are enthusiastic about the future, because that's what it's about the future.
Fergusons, proud of the past, looking forward to the future.